Alrighty, welcome back from Cutting Course out there. How's everybody doing? Alright, so I have been working on a project for a while, off and on. I wish I started earlier, but I didn't. So I have some footage that I'm going to throw in with this video. Where I'm at this point right now, so this is going to be the introduction to the video. Or maybe it won't be, I don't know. But anyway, hey, I like my new swag. I got this for Christmas. It's called Retro. Kind of looks like a college, old college gym with the small strings. It's kind of cool. Anyway, so goes with the blue hat. Anyway, yeah, I like Husqvarna. So I got a shoot here. I took off my actual quick shoot that's on here. Eventually, I'm going to make them both work. But for right now, what I want to do is I want to be able to get around flower beds, not have the grass shoot into them. I'm trying out the gator blades on here, seeing if I like them. They might stay on all year round, or spring, take them off, put them on late spring, early summer, all the way through until now, and then only use the regular blades for fall, which I'll probably put them on anyway because you end up breaking everything, chopping up stuff, so you just use the old blades. Now I have to tell you, this is actually a setup that was designed by Billygoat from Billygoat Lawn Service. This is his design, and I'm using it on here. So just to give you that, where the credit is due. You have to check out his videos. Go to his channel and you'll see some of the stuff that he's done. But this is actually one of his designs to make a power shoot, and so that way I went ahead and already started making the shoot. I found some aluminum, and I'll show you that really quick here. Kind of on the floor here, so there you go. Trying to bending down the camera here. Get a little pad. So this is the chute. As you can see, it's a piece of aluminum that I thought was galvanized, but somebody just spray painted it, or there's a galvanized coating on. I don't know what it is, but this was all aluminum, and I've sanded it. I was going to paint this orange, but I think I might polish this all the way down, polish it all the way to straight aluminum. So because it really polishes, I can get it in there. I think I can polish it good. A couple adjustments. He gave me these hinges, so I went ahead and put the screws in there. Bolts, I had to find longer ones because the lock nuts wouldn't come out far enough. I'm having an issue of it not meeting up down here, which I don't know why, but if I push it all the way in, it does. So something here is off, and I gotta fix that. But this is where we're going to mount the motor. The motor goes right here, okay, and I'll let him explain the motor situation more so than mine, so I'm just going to put it together for you to see how it looks. And this is going to go there. So they have another cable that goes around here that actually connects the whole thing. That's going to make all this work. But went ahead and drilled out the holes where I'm going to put the where I'm going to mount this. This already came with holes already. This, which turned out nice. There's a little tweaking that I had to do to it. I think I might have to cut this shorter. I'm not sure yet. There's a lot of time to adjust this. Okay, so this is just right now. It's a preliminary to make it fit. It's a dry fit basically. I've been shaving off a little bit, but I don't think that's the problem. I think the problem with this deck is the way they designed it, that this is actually not straight up and down. You can see how this right here sticks out farther than down here, which is a really weird design. So when it closes, this piece is actually longer. So I might take a piece of metal. You probably can't see with the camera's not down far enough, but I might take a piece of metal just to put in front of it like this to hold it. I'll have to show that later. But so I'm just going to go ahead and drill this out really quick. I saved the drill bits that I used, so that way I know it worked well. I started off with a small one, and this went bigger and bigger. I do put a little bit of oil in there to get it to go. But this deck is surprisingly very easy to drill through. I thought it was going to be difficult. I really did. It's not that thick up here. For some reason, this part's not as thick. It's thick, but not as thick as I thought it was going to be. So, made a bunch of marks there. The problem is I hope I can get my drill. I think I can. It's going to be a little screwy, but once I get down, I think I can straighten it out. That was going to be the biggest problem. So, just using Ryobi drills. I love this stuff. Cheap, inexpensive, and it works. That's all you need. I don't care. Use expensive stuff. Well, if I had the expensive stuff, I would use it. But I just bought the cheap stuff. And I was a contractor. I had it all. Not all, but I had the DeWalt and the Milwaukee And yeah, they're nice, but I found these half the price, and that's why I use them. Now, is that my mark or is that my mark? I made 2 marks. Okay, that's the perfect mark. So here I'm going to just go ahead and start it slowly. I really need to do something I can punch it with to start it with. I didn't do that. Not right on it though. Let's double check that. Yeah, right on it. Okay. What I need to do now is I need to lower the deck down so I can get more space here. So, I don't know why I just didn't think of that. That's the right hole. The next one's going to change because she is in. That's right on. There we go. That's right on. I'm going to go to town with that. Drill that out. See what I was talking about? It didn't take much to go through that deck. I think the side walls are thicker on the back and the sides, but I know this piece is huge. But they did reinforce it, so I don't know. I mean, it's not like it's thin, but it's not as thick as I thought it was. I don't know if you knew about drills, just in case you're a homeowner or somebody just starting off or whatever. The back of the drill is actually where you put your hand to push on it. You get more pressure like this. That's why it's all padded. It also works like a hammer too. Don't do that. But that's what I've learned to use with drills, is when you're pushing with your hand, can't always get that force. So you put your hand on the back part of it right here and you push down on it. And that's how you can get more of a press with the drill. So just so you know, helps you out breaking your wrist or whatever. But so those 2 holes are dug, are cut, drilled. So I'm going to go up a size. And I'll just go up to the next size that I thought was proper. So what I do here is now I'm going to put a little bit of oil on it because it'll help the drill bits from smoking up and catching on fire. So I had some oil here. So alright. So I had a hacksaw Jim dug in this thing. It was not easy, but from working on techniques of using a hacksaw, I should have filmed it, but instead of going like this, go, and it actually works faster. So not necessarily straight, it works faster. And I cut a gouge in here with a grinder, and I had trouble bending it. Then I remembered what I did. So there it is. This is how you bend it. Ben. See, I cut that with a grinder so it has something to bend. I didn't want to go too far, but I should have went a little farther. It would have been easier. Now this fits. Now, let's see how she fits. Okay. That's not bad, huh? I just got to shave off a little bit on the back end, a little bit, and I think that's it. There you go. Yep. Not good, not bad for just using your eye, no measuring. I didn't measure that, it was 3.5, but everything else was just trace and copy. These are pieces that I got from a trash out. Didn't know what they were. Somebody painted the aluminum because I thought it was galvanized steel and I was scared to touch it or weld with it or do anything. So it's aluminum. That's great. So piece I didn't have to buy. I got a chute blocker. complete amateur at this. Here we go. Wire speed. She's hot. I don't think it did anything. There you go, I got one little tacky tack.
There you go.
Woo! Professional now. Another one. Got 2 tacks on there. Should probably turn this off before I set that down. Would that make sense?
You figure when these things become hot, people won't be rolling up getting their modifications done.
Well, I'm a little blind because I'm seeing a little bit of a red spot on my nose. Not bad. I can still see, I think. But now I don't need to hold it no more. Now I can do it any angle I want. There we go. Coming home tomorrow. Echo, stop. Echo, stop. Oh, I gotta turn it back on. Oh, son of a bitch. I thought I was a smart ass. Tells you how long it's been. I gotta put this back on.
I don't need this no more.
No, I don't need this no more. I just do this the way I do it. Yeah, I'm not a mechanic. I'm not a welder. We're gonna be one today. Sure these little tacks are gonna hold?
Oh yeah, if you get them all the way across, they'll hold.
Probably gonna die of cancer from this shit. This is that galvanized. You're not supposed to weld this shit. Isn't this stainless steel or something?
Hmm?
Oh, it's hot.
Yeah, careful, it's hot.
I was trying to turn it. I can't turn it. Ow! I hope I didn't weld it shut where it's not going to turn anymore.
Like you say, you don't have to go to town, huh?
Me? Go to town? What are you talking about? I'm going to tack happy in a minute here. Give me something else to weld up while I'm at it. Ever tell you the time that I welded with a caulk gun? I thought they looked industrial, so I took the caulk gun and I was going like this with it, and I was making it look like a weld, and the homeowner didn't like it.
They didn't like it?
No, I had to go back and redo it. It was embarrassing because they had me come along to talk with the homeowner. And it was like, Carlos, so why did you decide to do this? Because I thought it looked good. They were all laughing at me, like, no, it doesn't look good. I want it redone. Can you redo it? I'm like, you mean I had to redo it? That sucked. And that was an expensive caulk that you put on siding.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to get off once it's on. It's like almost like concrete solid caulk. Well, we're good. I don't know if that's going to hold, but...
Let's see.
I ordered these on Amazon. Thought they were cool with little flames. It's made by Lincoln, so that's a good company. Does this stuff. Here we go. It's on. Damn, I was way off. I don't think that's right how you're supposed to weld.
Yeah, as long as it holds.
Yep. Okay, good. I was scared it wouldn't move. Now I get it. Starting to get it now. Alright, so I just got to put a weld on the other side now. This side, basically. There you go. That'll work, right?
Mm-hmm.
I need to get another one down there. Same spot. That's terrible. I'm gonna have to probably shade them down with a grinder.
Yeah, grind it, and like you say, you can clean them up. And
It might get in the way of the actual.
combination.
Yeah, I'm gonna grind it off because it looks like shit. Good thing there was no water there. It's turned off. There's my other glove. That smell, I hope that's not toxic. I've never smelled that before. I think that's this thing burning. You smell that?
It does heat up. Maybe it's just because it's dusty or
I
something.
bet there's dust in here.
Yeah.
There's probably a
mouse nest.
something in there. A mouse, something's
Yeah.
on fire. I was like, shit, we're cooking now. Where's my glasses at?
I don't see them
I know I had them. Well. Okay, so thanks for watching this part. So we're at right here, which you can see the cable was too long, and it's actually just a socket extender adjuster piece. It's a flexible socket extender, and because it's curving back, it's actually creating this cable to move so much, which was causing me a little bit of a problem and concern, actually breaking the weld, not the weld, but the cable right here. So I had to make it shorter, but then I came up with actually having to move the motor a different position, also putting an eye hook to try to hold it from flopping around. So right here we're actually installing the speed controller now. It's going through. Punching all the way through and damaging something, you know. Sort of like that. Either way. I don't think I got anything. There you go. That should work. If not, we can wiggle it out. All right, folks. Welcome back. Still working on this project, so and this is a new thing that Billy came up with. He's actually thinking of putting a speed control in this flap. So we're drilling a hole right now to put that in there, and I'll put all this together and you'll see how it comes together. But I'll also let him explain it because I don't know what he's doing. It's like I'm watching Die Hard. Cut the right wire. We need a little clock timer to go down next to it. Let me get my clock, my radio clock out. One guy. So right here, he's we're soldering on the wires to connect. He knows what he's doing. I have no idea how to do this, and he's going to heat shrink the wires so they won't get contact. But yeah, it's coming along pretty good. It actually works out. This is the actual speed controller.
You can get it on Amazon.
I gotta make all this quiet. They won't monetize it?
Yeah.
No, I'm not. That sucks, you know? Alright, folks, it's recording now. So this is Billy Goat's invention here with the grass flap, but it's the world's first speed control.
Speed control.
Yes, speed modulated grass flap. And as we just showed you how it works, and he's got this, it's in here right here. There's the controller, and then there's the speed control over there, so.
Yeah.
Yep. So there you go. World's first. That's pretty cool. Alrighty here, so this is what I was getting at. There's the eye hook bolt that we come up with, and actually Billy came up with it, and so we needed to make something to hold this so it wouldn't flip around. But being that as well, we realized that we had to shorten the cable, and then see, to stop that from happening if you put it through the eye hook. I tried welding it, but then Bill came up with an idea, just put it on the old hooker with the two bolts. I was like, why didn't I think of that? And so anyway, you can see, so this whole thing comes apart. That's what the sockets were for, how he developed this. You can just take it off whenever you want to, so it's not permanently on there and you're stuck to having it there. But then we come to find out that we also have to move the motor to the wrong spot. So this whole chapter 7 is all that together. See how it just came off? And that's just a flex line. And you go through there, put it in, that would keep it from flipping, and you'll not lose some of that flexibility in the line. But it still has to be made shorter. But then after that, I realized that we have to move the actual motor itself to make it come out more straighter, because that's how he has it on the other mowers. And so I figured, let's just do the same way, maybe it'll help it. And in the end, it actually did help to move it. And believe it or not, everything that I came up with on moving it was on the fly. So here we go. You can see right here I'm making my measurements to cut it, so I'm guesstimating this. And there's a new socket. We're going to put that on the end of there because we're going to cut the original one off of it. And I'll show you how to do that right now.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Alright, so you can see that's going to work. That's why I made those 2 marks, because I couldn't remember, but I thought something went inside, but actually the whole entire shaft goes inside the socket. So what I did was I made those 2 marks, just guesstimating how much. I'll take the longer part off first. I can always take more off, but you can't add more on. So it works. That looks good for me. So all I got to do is just tack weld around the edge of this, and she's done. And then I can put it on here and finish this thing finally. So right here I'm grinding both the cable shaft, and I'm also grinding the socket itself, so I have bare metal adhesion for the weld to take place better. So you got to prep both pieces of metal properly or it will not stick. That's what I've learned. I'm not a professional welder, but that's just what I've learned from trial and error and from what other people have said. So that part's done. Let's get to welding. Ooh. This is the way. Alright, so there you go. It is completed. It's done. You can see we shortened the cable. I welded a new socket onto the end of that because I had to take the factory one off. And up here you have the up and down and the speed control. So it all works good. And I can change it at any time. So I got a speed control here, and I have a up and down here. This was actually added just the other day. So I could do this all day long. And what I did was put a bracket here to connect it here so I could lift this straight up, which brings it more straighter into here. So we'll see how well this works. See a little bit of a problem, but it's working for right now. This, I'm going to leave it on there. I think it kind of will prevent this from flying up or anything, keep it more stable. So just 2 bolts, and I'm going to tighten it together. But there you go. She's done. So everybody, hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Check out Billy Goat Lawn Service channel. He has an actual video on how to make this. So don't forget to look at that. Thanks for watching. Come on back for more videos, and thank you very much.